You go home to visit your parents for the holidays. Your father is reclined on a lazy boy watching a cable TV movie on his smart TV that's made by a brand you've never even heard of. And for some reason, even though the movie is 16:9 aspect ratio, the TV is blowing it out to be cinematically hot dog. Also, it looks like a soap opera running at Counter-Strike frame rate because of the motion smoothing option that's forced on by default. You look down and see two remotes sitting on the coffee table. One for the cable TV box molded by a brontosaurus during the Paleolithic cave time era, and one for the Roku smart TV. Do you attempt to explain to your father how you could potentially fix all these issues using the two remotes, or do you choose to say nothing at all? Both of these options will end horribly. Technology is incredible. We as humans, we can't fathom what we would be without the technology to check our emails or watch our ASMR slime videos or listen to our AI procedurally generated crypto podcast called Crypto Crunk. How to wear a Patagonia vest or die trying. But unfortunately, technology is not created equally. For every beautifully engineered Game Boy Advance SP that still somehow turns on 20 years later, there's something much more dark and sinister lurking in the shadows. Soldier Game handheld. You know, some people invent the telephone, and some other people invent a device that you plug into your computer that farts out smells depending on what you're looking at. That was real. It's called the DigiSense I Smell, which is what someone asks their friends after a date. Did she sense I smell? And sometimes companies put out faulty garbage just to try to make as much money as quickly as possible and don't really care and say we do not care. You know, in order to get good laptops, maybe a couple of them gotta blow up. You know, in order to get good smartphones, maybe a couple of them gotta blow up. You know, but even if your everyday technology isn't blowing up, it can still kind of be a piece of shit. Smart TVs are super common and cheap now, which on the one hand is awesome. You know, everyone from Joe Schmo to Joe Millionaire can afford to have access to thousands of hit prestige television series such as Joe Millionaire. What the hell is going on here? But the reason these smart TVs cranked out by brands you've never even heard of like Roku or Hayabusa are so dirt cheap is because the processors they use are made out of dirt cups. You know, the child's dessert with pudding and gummy worms. That's what's powering your TV. If you've ever wondered why there's a 49-second input delay between hitting a button and something actually happening on the screen, and why the on-screen keyboard feels like medieval ball torture, it's because the dirt cup is on a hamster wheel and he is losing his mind. Thank you, dirt cup. Please don't just stay alive until I finish Succession. Also, smart TVs are so cheap because they sell a shit ton of ad space right on your home screen for cool stuff like Wendy's or Punk'd Season 2 presented by Verizon, or a separate Roku streaming device to plug into your Roku TV in your Roku pajamas in your Roku house with your Roku spouse and a Roku blouse while your Roku cat named Cole Sprouse gets pounced by a Roku mouse who's gonna douse your house. I have a pretty nice ass TV. I know, YouTuber moment, this ball is full of nickels, but I'll never tell you the code. It's an LG OLED and the picture is literally amazing. Like the color definition and clarity, it's awesome. But even this expensive ass TV comes preloaded with shit like true motion and sharpness cranked all the way up. And the UI and UX are still awful. And depending on your smart TV's interface, you might have to decrypt an entire ancient alien civilization's lore entry in order to navigate the settings to turn all of this shit off. Okay, but here's a genius idea, hear me out. What if we put a smart TV in your car? Infotainment systems, which infotainment being a combination of the words info and entertainment, of course, they're pretty great dia in theory. Great dia being a combination of the words great and DEA, Drug Enforcement Agency. Big ass touchscreen to display directions or music library or a movie about someone driving a car that you can watch while you're driving a car and cause a horrible accident. But in practice, much like smart TVs, a lot of these infotainment systems have dirt cup brain and horrible input delay and faulty touchscreens that are also often essential to mess with crucial stuff like climate control, which makes even trying to turn on the air conditioning whilst driving a crazy distraction and safety hazard because now you have to look at what you're doing instead of having the muscle memory of physical buttons or knobs to mess with. Back in my day, we had 3 knobs, one for hot or cold, one for power level ranging from faint whisper to jet engine time machine, and one to decide how you want to get blasted. Like, do you only want nipples or do you want feet play too? You can do both though. You can actually do both. I think even as touchscreens in cars slowly get better, better with stuff like Apple CarPlay, you should still always have actual physical buttons for the crucial stuff, if only for the safety of yourself and others around you. And that is a Safety Jakey moment, brought to you by Extreme Cliff Diving. Everybody stop what you're doing. This guy owes me money and I'm pressing charges. Hi, I'm Jakey, and Jakey, attorneys at law. You wanna know what's crappy technology? Monthly subscriptions that you didn't even realize you were still paying for. Well, today's sponsor, Rocket Money, is here to help. Rocket Money is an all-in-one finance platform that helps you save more and spend less. This personal finance app allows you to manage subscriptions, lower bills, build a custom budget, and grow your savings all in one place. I use Rocket Money to find dumbass recurring charges and cancel subscriptions, all without ever having to speak to a single person on the phone, which is great because I am terrified of humans. I also use Rocket Money to help lower my bills by uploading a picture of them and tapping a single button, and Rocket Money negotiates my bills for me. Using Rocket Money to set budgets and monitor my spending every month, quarter, or year is great because while I am terrified of humans, I can't stop buying them gifts, and Rocket Money helps to let me know when I have gone way over my gift budget. To save more and spend less, join the 3.4 million members using Rocket Money. We've got the hookup. Go to rocketmoney.com/NakeyJakey or click the link in the description to get started for free or unlock even more features with premium. That's rocketmoney.com/NakeyJakey to get started for free. Get your money right. Okay, back to you, Techie Jakey. Embarrassing little brother moment over here. So what's going on? What's good with you guys? Now, I don't know about y'all, but I swear to God that everything in my life constantly needs an update. Phone, laptop, Windows 10, Adobe Premiere, Discord, Steam, game console games, smart TV apps. Every game launcher known to man is in a constant state of updating. Why the hell are you gonna sell a game on Steam if it's just gonna require me to sign into another launcher or stupid DRM anyways? What the fuck is the point of buying it on Steam? My girlfriend's cat's litter robot has Wi-Fi to get updates. Gabby's litter box must update to version firmware 1.87 so that her turds can voice chat with other cats' turds. Why is modern tech always trying to get rid of time-tested stuff like physical buttons? What the hell is wrong with buttons? Oh, you want to turn off your PS4? Gently place your finger on this Sony clitoris and wait for something to hopefully happen. Apple loves getting rid of not only buttons, but doing all sorts of dumb shit. F your buttons, okay? Here's a tiny touchscreen. We can do cool stuff like simulate buttons. Oh, you want standard handy ports on your MacBook Pro to do creative work like a SD card reader or an HDMI cable? Yeah, that's not, we don't make those anymore. Port machine broke. We only got USB-C. Guess you got an S on my B till I Z. Well, they ditched the touch bar and brought back standard ports and MagSafe charging on the new MacBooks and they're way better again? What the hell? But Microsoft, no. They've never made anything bad. Why are you guys looking at me like that? Is there something behind? Oh my God. Controversial take. I had a Zune. And I actually kind of liked it. Don't get me wrong, it did not feel cool to use compared to the iPod. Like, I never let anyone see it, but it got the job done, and you know, it came in cool colors that they specifically chose to design to market to kids, you know, like brown. Internet Explorer, Clippy, Windows Vista, Bing. There's a lot of things Microsoft has made over the years that I would certainly deem crappy, but the launch Xbox 360 was practically made to kill itself. Everybody knows about the red ring of death, but did you know that the failure rate of the original Xbox 360 is 54.2%, aka more than half? For comparison, the launch PS3's failure rate is 10.6%, and I was actually part of that percentage. I got the faded yellow light of death after I played Uncharted 3 for 11 hours straight. But then I found out you could take it apart and actually put your motherboard in the oven and bake it because I guess it resolders some shit at a certain temperature. I don't really know what happened in there. It's above my pay grade, but it worked. And that's how I played GTA 5. And even if consoles don't break as much now, the controllers certainly will. Oh my God. I have two PS5 controllers. Both of them have stick drift and just kind of do whatever the hell they want. Eddie Burback, fellow Yoga Ball mustache gamer, has 3 PS5 controllers. All of his also have stick drift. Both of my Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons have stick drift. Why is the sensor bar required to boot into GameCube games on the Wii when you're not even gonna use the fucking Wiimote? Did you know you can use a candle as a sensor bar because it's just another infrared source? I learned that when I wanted to play Double Dash and my cousin's rabbit chewed the cable for my sensor bar, and so every time I wanted to boot up a GameCube game, I would just do a little seance and then play Double Dash with the Demon King payment. One of the worst controllers I have ever had the pleasure of using though were for the Ouya, or sorry, the Ouya. My brother got an Ouya after supporting the Kickstarter, and man, this thing brought a lot of joy into our home, but not for the reasons I think it intended. Ouya was like the smart TV of consoles, just a shitty little dirt cup in a plastic box. The controller, oh my god, not only did it just feel like you were committing a sinful act, like just by holding it, it was like a felony somehow, but even on the slim chance it would actually connect with its horrible Bluetooth, the plastic faceplates would just like decide to come off sometimes. When we were all living in Denver, any weekend that we didn't have plans, either my brother or his girlfriend would be like, I mean, there's an Ouya in the garage. We could, you know, we could watch season 1 of Heroes and play the Ouya. What else? What else? Twitter, that's crappy technology, especially with everything going on right now, and especially the Twitter video player has always been a piece of shit. At this point, just burn it all though. Anything crypto or NFT related, that's crappy technology, or at the very least, please don't talk to me about it at a party technology. Multiplayer shooters that don't let you vote for the next map after a match, that's crappy technology. Reddit, I refuse to download the app when I just want to read a quick how-to guide on a web browser. Please stop, it's not ever gonna happen. Why the fuck do some planes have the controls for the TV on the armrest? Like, my giant ass barely fits on these planes, and now I have to worry about pausing my neighbor's viewing a flight every 5 seconds, which is a weird choice for a plane movie, by the way. And the air conditioning situation on planes, oh my god, dude, not trying to be dramatic, but I've been on several flights recently where I have been like ungodly levels of hot, like actually sweating, my like sweat pouring down, like it's disgusting. One time I asked the flight attendant, hey, could you like turn up the AC or do something about it? We're all really hot back here. And they were like, oh, sorry, because you're in the middle of the plane, it's just an airflow thing. And if we turn up the AC first class, they're gonna get too cold. Sorry. Like, we are having this conversation in the sky right now, and the guy next to me is watching Flight on a plane, and you're telling me that air conditioning isn't possible. I don't know who to blame for that, but that's crappy technology. What do you think is crappy technology? I'm genuinely curious to know. Did you think, was this video crappy technology? Did I edit it poorly? Did your phone fucking blow up while you were watching it? Let me know down in the trademark YouTube comments, and if you want to see more of me, listen to more of me talk, check out Jaquan the Jequel or Nakey Jakey Instagram or Nakey Jakey Twitter if it doesn't fucking burn down, or actually Nakey Jakey was takey on TikTok because I'm probably gonna start shit posting slime videos. But thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you next time.